Hello and welcome to For Your Journey. On today's episode, we're going to be exploring the question of, is God responsible? Particularly when we look at things that just aren't working right. You know, that we can see that there's hunger in the world, there's different situations. What is God responsible for? If he's the creator and sustainer of all things, what is his role in those situations?
Well, I think we have to recognize exactly that. He is a sustainer. He's the creator. He's the provider of all things. He created the whole creation, and he sort of launched it, and it now continues from the time of creation to now. It continues to exist despite the sinfulness and the foolishness of man that has disrupted it and polluted it and everything else. And he's provided that there is enough food. Even scientists say that there's enough food on the earth for all people. The problem is distribution. The problem is wars, and the problem is all the things that we have caused that creates these difficulties in human life.
Mm-hmm. And what's the difference between God designing something and God allowing something? Like in those situations, like he allows distribution channels to be the way they are. Like, you know, he could. We have in the Bible, food just appears to people, right?
Yeah.
You know.
Well, okay, that was in the early times what he provided when they were in the desert and had nothing. So he provided it. But again, he's also given mankind intelligence and reasoning and the necessary capability to be able to provide or distribute and care for the creation. And that was the main thing. He said to man and woman, you take care of the creation. That's the responsibility of humankind, not his responsibility. He created it. He makes the creation even evolve and adapt. It's wonderful. The plants, the animals, the whole earth adapts to what is necessary to continue. But the responsibility of maintaining it and caring for it is mankind's.
Yeah. And not just the responsibility, he's also equipped us for that too, like you're saying,
Exactly.
with reason, with logic, with our abilities, with giftedness and things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the fact that we haven't really done well, after all these thousands of years, is our responsibility. Mm-hmm. And that should be something that we should, think about, and that we should be responsible. Again, the best we can in our own world. Mm-hmm. We can't, I can't take care of, or you can't take care of hunger across the world, but we can do the best we can in our place and help and preserve and protect the environment.
Mm-hmm. Jesus in Scripture is talking about this care for creation, like you mentioned creation, and it's in Matthew 6 and some passages there, starting with already verse 25, saying not to worry, and therefore I say to you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat or what you will drink, nor about your body, what you will put on. Is not life more than food and the body more than clothes? And then he goes into more about how creation cares for the birds and for the plants and everything. And even more so, he cares for you. Just as much so, he cares for you.
Yeah. It's interesting that he reflects on the creation and says, you see, the whole creation is cared for. Yeah. It's all working. The birds don't have to worry. The plants don't have to worry. Everything is taken care of. But his focus here in that particular passage is you should be concerned over your spiritual life and salvation. Because that's what he talks about, life. And when he talks about life, he means life with God, that which we were destined for from the beginning.
Yeah, and that he's provided as well for all people, all
through
times.
Him is the possibility for that. That we have that pathway through Him to come to that.
Yeah, and so maybe our question, coming back to the original question of is God responsible? He is, and so are we.
Yeah,
for maintaining, for preserving each other, for creation, for caring for one another.
Exactly. He has done everything for us, and he's asked us to do some little things. Take care of this creation and take care of yourself, that you recognize I love you and I want you to be with me. Come to me. Yeah. We just have to come to him. That's the thing.
Awesome. Well, thank you for bringing some insight to that, and thank you for joining us on this episode of For Your Journey. If you have any suggested questions for topics or future discussion, you can find us on Facebook and Twitter. And this has been For Your Journey.